Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda and I am here with, I'm fixing my camera a little bit. I am here with my July TBR. Now, there's two terms that tend to go around a lot: pile of possibilities or POP, TBR, to be read. Some people use them interchangeably and that's fine, but for my own personal usage, to me, pile of possibilities is just that. These are books I'm interested in, I might read at a certain point in time. And a TBR are books that I am committed to reading. So this is a very short thing of books here because I'm doing a TBR and this is for July. So I think I have 5 definites. The first one is I can't hold up now because apparently the post office is being very sluggish. Bookshop.org said it would be here yesterday and it didn't arrive today either. And that is my copy of The Merchant of Venice, which I am reading for my Shakespeare project. That is our July play. If you would like to join us on my Discord, information down below. I have a thread called The Bard Room where we discuss the plays. So I will be reading The Merchant of Venice. I'm also doing a project where I read an Agatha Christie book a month in roughly publication order. I mean, it's not exact, and I give myself, if there's some reason why I want to pop ahead and read something that's later down the line, that's fine. It's not written in stone, but roughly publication order. I didn't read one in June only because I squeezed my June book in at the end of May. So I'm still on schedule, even though I didn't read one in June. But for July, I'm going to be reading, and this is another Poirot, 1-2, Buckle My Shoe. I think I'm right now kind of at Christie's the high point of her career. So the books I've been reading lately have been really good. I'm really looking forward to this one. Also in July, as we all know, it's a Jane Austen July. Bronte folks, hold on, I'll take care of that. Jane Austen July. And I have a difficult relationship with Jane Austen. I have read all her books, and I have not liked them. But I have only read them in academic settings where I'm looking for themes and symbolism, and I have to write essays and all this. And I'm going to give her a try outside of an academic setting. I've thought about this for a long time about what book of hers I'm going to read. And I have very deliberately chosen Persuasion. And I chose this for 2 reasons. The first of all, it's one that I remember, I know I read it, but I remember very, very little of it, like nothing of it. So I'm going into it as blind as I can for a book that I've already read. I read it between my junior and senior year in college when I was doing a summer term. So it's been a while. So, I remember the plots of Emma and Pride and Prejudice. My Mansfield Park is one that's another one I probably could have done, but we're going to do Persuasion. The other reason is because when I read romance, my favorite trope is a second chance romance. And that is what Persuasion is. And I'm very much trying to set myself up for success here. I'm not trying to prove myself right and say, yeah, Jane Austen's not for you. I am trying to prove that, yes, maybe Jane Austen is for me if I'm not reading it for a class. So I will be reading Persuasion. I think the Jane Austen July read along is Mansfield Park, but I'm just going to do Persuasion. And then the next 2 books, they are definitely on my TBR. There is a chance, though, that I will be reading them at the end of June, but I'm just putting them out here now. And also, if anyone would like to buddy read either of these books with me, please let me know. I'm open to buddy reading either of them or both of them. We'll do this one first. This is one that's on my list of 10 books to read. Is it 10 or 12? Can't even remember. 10 books to read by the end of the year, or I have to get rid of them. And this is one that I've had for, it's like one, basically what it is the 10 or 12, I can't remember, oldest print books that I own. And this was one of them that I haven't read. And this is Rules of Civility by Amor Towles. Why I haven't read it, I don't know, because I like Amor Towles. I really enjoyed both The Lincoln Highway and Gentleman of Moscow. That left me there for a moment. So why I haven't read this, I don't know. So this is one. The other one, this is a new release, so it might not be feasible for some people because it is new release. It's also a sequel, but it is Long Island by Colm Toíbin. Just a few months ago in March for the Irish Readathon, I read Brooklyn by Colm Toíbin, a book that I had on my Kindle for 10 years and hadn't read. And I read it and loved it. So The sequel just came out and I'm very interested in reading it. So if anyone would like to buddy read either of these two books with me, please let me know. Now, in a previous video, I'll link it down below, I showed you my TBR bookshelf. So my high priority TBR. Anything on there other than the Agatha Christie books for future months, anything on there is fair game. Now I've also been doing a little thingamabobber, a little TBR game. Mine is very basic. I got this from the Book Cougars. They did this and I thought, you know what, I can handle this. Lots of times I love watching TBR games, but I also don't understand a lot of them. I'm like, what are you doing with that? Mine is very simple to understand. And this will be the third month I've done it. The first month, now I haven't read either of the books. When I do this, it's not that I'm going to read the book this month. It's that it's going on my TBR shelf. I've yet to read either of the two books I put on there, but I'm a little wondering if I even should. The first one I pulled was The Busybody by Kemper Donovan. Leandra at the TBR Zero really did not like this book, and I really trust her opinions, so I'm wondering if I should. And the second one was The Foulest Things by Amy Tector. Bookish best friend read it and said, it's the first book in a series. Read it, and she said, start with book 2. So I don't know. That's really, rare in its way. But anyway, here's the game. It's a dice game. So, well, I've got 3 colored dice. I have blue, red, and green. And this is my wonderful artistic drawing of my TBR bookshelves. So one of them has 5 shelves and one has 3. So the blue, because I roll all the dice at the same time, the blue will tell me where to start on my bookshelf. A 1, I start here. A 2, I start there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Green will tell me how many rows to go up or down. So I can go up or down this way, or this way, this way, this way, from where I start, from my starting point. And red will tell me how many books in I go. Now, it's possible that I can get like a 5, so I would start here and then get 4, and there's only 3 shelves. That just means I go back over here. That's all. So I'm gonna roll my dice. I can't show you really well what I'm getting, so let's see here. Oh, and I just dropped it here. Oh, I have 3 threes. 3 3, so this is going to be easy. I'm going to go to my bookshelf. I'm going to go down here to this bookshelf, down to this quarter, and I'm going to go up 3 shelves and then 3 books. Hold on, and I'll tell you what book it is. I'm going to run upstairs and get it. Okay, I'm back, and I think I have finally gotten a winner with this. This is a book I actually have been really wanting to read, and I have heard good things about it, and I have a personal connection to it, and that is Empire of Wild by Cherie Dimaline. My friend, one of my close friends, her nephew's wife is Cherie Dimaline's literary agent. So I've been meaning to read this one. So this one's going on the shelf. I may read it in July, I may not, but it's gonna be there. Yeah, so it's a short video, short and sweet this time. August is gonna be short and sweet too, because I really am gonna try to read down that bookshelf so I can fill it up again. But again, if anyone is interested in buddy reading either Long Island or Rules of Civility, please let me know, and I'm happy to do any kind of way of buddy reading. I have done Storygraph, which has worked really well, Voxer, chatting, whatever. Just let me know what works for you. There you go. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, join my Discord, especially if you want to join in. My hair's doing weird things. Especially if you want to join in on the Shakespeare Project and read The Merchant of Venice with me. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.